Before we dive in, let's meet the warriors. Israel Adesanya, the last stylebender, one of the most precise strikers in MMA history, two-time UFC middleweight champion, lightning fast, slick footwork, and a mind for the fight. He's fought the best and beaten the best. And then there's Joe Pyfer, most technical strikers in MMA history. This wasn't just a finish, it was a statement. So today, we're breaking down this fight round by round, analyzing the pivotal moments, how the momentum changed, and exactly how Pyfer pulled off one of the most unbelievable finishes of the year. UFC Fight Night Adesanya vs. Pyfer was the main event of the evening, a matchup that felt like experience versus raw power, lightning speed against cold, unforgiving aggression. Adesanya was looking to end a rough streak and prove he's still elite. Pyfer was hungry, a ranked middleweight with something to prove. Both men walked into that cage with everything on the line. But by the end of round 2, Pyfer had done something nobody expected. A finish, a knockout, and a career-defining moment. Round 1 started explosively. Adesanya moved with signature precision, sharp jabs, quick leg kicks, and fluid combinations, attempting to dictate distance and timing. He looked like the veteran we know, light on his feet, striking from angles Pyfer had to respect, but Pyfer wasn't just there to stand and absorb. Pyfer came forward with heavy pressure. He didn't back down. He mixed power shots with calculated entries, forcing Adesanya to react, to adjust, and for the first time in a long while, Adesanya looked like the one getting pushed back. There were moments where Pyfer landed clean, heavy right hands that snapped heads back and made you feel the power, not just see it. Adesanya tried to keep his range, checking leg kicks, pivoting, maintaining space, but Pyfer's pressure was real, persistent, and dangerous. While Adesanya probably edged out the round on volume and technique, Pyfer threatened every exchange, and that's all you need to shift momentum. Round 2 is when things exploded. Adesanya tried to repeat what worked in round 1, staying mobile, finding his range, picking shots, but Pyfer wasn't slowing down. Pyfer managed to secure a takedown, and that's when everything started tilting. Once the fight hit the ground, Pyfer didn't just stay busy, he dominated. He took Adesanya's back, controlled the position, and began unloading crushing ground and pound. The referee saw Adesanya in trouble and stopped the fight at 4:18 of round 2, giving Pyfer the TKO victory. Just like that, Israel Adesanya, the last stylebender, was defeated with strikes. Even in round 1, Pyfer landed a heavy punch that made people take notice, a signal that this wasn't a one-shot threat. Adesanya's defense against Pyfer's wrestling wasn't bad, but Pyfer timed it perfectly. Once he got the back, the fight was almost over. Pyfer didn't just hit Adesanya, he controlled him, flattened him out, and delivered strikes from angles where there's no escape. At 4:18 of round 2, the referee saw enough and called a halt, a moment that sent the stadium into chaos. Let's be clear, Adesanya isn't just any former champ. He's one of the most respected strikers in MMA history, a fighter with elite timing, technical mastery, and a career full of highlight reel moments. But entering this fight, Adesanya had lost 3 straight bouts, including knockout defeats, suggesting something might be off with his timing or confidence. Pyfer, on the other hand, came in with nothing to lose and everything to prove. He was an underdog, but a dangerous one.
The matchup wasn't just skill versus skill, it became momentum versus opportunity, and Pyfer seized it. After the fight, Pyfer had one of the most honest and powerful moments we've ever seen in MMA. He stood in the cage and revealed something personal. He'd been struggling off camera, even contemplating his future just weeks before this fight, but found strength, fought back, and delivered this career-defining performance. Meanwhile, Adesanya's future is now a hot topic. Some legends and fans are already suggesting it might be time for the last stylebender to consider retirement, given this was his 4th defeat in a row. This fight didn't just change the ranking, it changed the narrative of a fighter's entire legacy. So what does this mean for the middleweight division? Pyfer just punched his ticket into top-tier contention. Adesanya now faces questions nobody expected. Can he rebound, change strategy, or is this the beginning of the end of a championship era? Let me know in the comments, was this the biggest upset of 2026? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and click the bell because we're just getting started with fight analysis like this every week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.